You wake in the middle of the night. You hear a sound downstairs. Your heart starts racing before your brain knows why. Nothing has happened yet, but your mind has already invented a story. Someone broke in. Something is hiding. You are in danger. Within seconds, your body reacts to that story as if it were real. That strange ability helped build civilization. It also makes humans surprisingly easy to fool. Long before books existed, stories kept people alive. A single tale about a dangerous river could protect an entire tribe. A warning about a hungry predator traveled farther than anyone who had actually seen it. Facts stayed where they happened. Stories could travel forever. That difference changed human history. Around 70,000 years ago, something remarkable happened. Many scientists call it the cognitive revolution. The historian Yuval Noah Harari argues that humans developed an unusual ability. We could imagine things that did not physically exist. Spirits, laws, nations, money, promises. None of them can be touched. Yet billions of people organize their lives around them every day. Chimpanzees communicate. Wolves cooperate. Bees share information. But humans tell stories. That tiny difference allowed strangers to trust one another. Imagine two ancient hunters meeting for the first time. Neither knows the other. Neither has reason to trust. Then, one tells a story. We hunt together. We share the food. Our ancestors watch over us. Those words create something invisible. Trust. Without stories, large societies become almost impossible. Anthropologist Robin Dunbar believes language expanded because humans needed to manage increasingly complex social groups. Gossip was not pointless. It was survival. Stories told everyone who could be trusted, who cheated, who helped, who mattered. Our ancestors were not collecting information. They were collecting meaning. Your brain still works that way. Psychologist Jerome Bruner argued that humans think in two different modes. One is logical. The other is narrative. Logic explains events. Stories explain people. When both compete, stories often win. Researchers have repeatedly found that people remember narratives better than isolated facts. A list of numbers disappears quickly. A story can stay for decades. That is because stories activate many parts of the brain at once. Language areas process the words. Visual regions imagine the scenes. Emotional systems react to the characters. The brain is not simply listening. It is experiencing. Neuroscientist Paul Zak found that emotionally engaging stories increase oxytocin, a hormone linked with empathy and cooperation. When you care about a character, your brain begins treating their experience almost like your own. That is powerful. It is also dangerous. If a story feels true, many people stop asking whether it actually is. Have you ever believed something simply because everyone repeated it? That instinct has ancient roots. For most of human history, questioning the group's story carried enormous risks. Being rejected by your tribe could mean death. Agreement often mattered more than accuracy. Even today, false stories can spread faster than careful evidence. A famous study, led by Soroush Vasoi at MIT, analyzed millions of social media posts. False news reached people more quickly than truthful information. Not because robots shared it, because humans did. Novel stories surprised readers. Surprise attracts attention. Attention spreads stories. The cycle repeats. Facts usually arrive quietly. Stories arrive with emotion. The modern world rewards attention. Our ancient brains reward emotion. Together, they create the perfect conditions for misinformation. Yet, stories are not the enemy. Science itself depends on them. Every experiment begins with a question. Every discovery becomes a narrative explaining what happened. The difference is that science constantly tests its stories against reality. Good stories survive because evidence supports them. Bad stories survive because emotions protect them. That difference matters. Every law, Every religion, every company, every nation, every family tradition, all depend on shared stories. Some are written, some are spoken, some exist only because enough people believe them. Right now, your own identity is partly a story. You remember your past. You imagine your future. You connect thousands of moments into one continuous person. Without that story, you would still have memories, but you might lose yourself. Perhaps that is the strangest fact of all. Humans did not conquer the planet because we were the strongest. We were not the fastest. We were not the largest. We became dominant because we could imagine worlds that did not yet exist. Then we convinced others to imagine them too. Every civilization began as a story inside someone's mind. Every revolution started with an idea shared aloud. Every great achievement first existed as fiction. The next time someone tells you a story, remember this. Your brain is designed to believe. Your greatest strength has always been imagination. Your greatest responsibility is deciding which stories deserve to become reality.